Hey everyone, welcome back to more Stranded. And we're gonna go into level 9, which is going to be quite a bit of a doozy. Make sure you bring some potions, because that will really help you. Alright, so not much at first, just fireball rooms, so not a big deal so far, right? Yeah, this level can be a real pain in the butt here. So you start off with some fire blocks, and I am not bothering to go into that room because of all the statue support. So we're just gonna do a doorway spammage. That's the safe way to do things. And there are a few keys you want to pick up around here. And this music, I believe, is Super Castlevania. I guess as you're going up the tower to the top or something, like I guess those 3 bosses you have to take out. So at least the music kind of fits this, because now you're getting close to the end and getting kind of more dramatic and stuff. A lot easier just to go with the doorway spammage. Not that it's that easy to do, you have to really pay attention to where, make sure you're safe first, and then be able to attack when you got the opening. Yeah, this is a very long level, mind you. And you'll be facing lots of these guys. This is where a feather is very handy, because a lot of times they'll just, if you just try to run by, a lot of times they'll just swipe you, and you can't do anything because they're point blank. So being able to jump away for a quick dodge, really helpful. I should have taken some water before this. Alright, you get the map, and yeah, not surprisingly, it is an 8x8 grid. Good luck. This is your potion shop, and you may need to come back here a few times. Luckily, potions are pretty cheap. You may have to go back there, because it depends how much you get beat up, because there's a lot of crap in this level. Basically, you'd wish you had a better ring at this point. So you pick up 3 keys, and just keep going to the right. And just skip these rooms, because you don't get anything from beating these mirror robes. So just pass right by them. And this room is a Dark Nut statue, but then you all these blue Landmolas, so just start swiping away with your Fire Boomerang. Now you have a weapon that can actually swipe at diagonal angles. Oh yeah, it only gets better at this point, right? After 3. And no, this is not the only one you're gonna battle on this level. You battle a lot of Patra 3s in this level. They are not fun to battle, especially when you only have a blue ring and a magic sword. It's very difficult to just go in and tank because you see how many fireballs are coming out. I mean, it's very difficult to get even in range to do anything. Once you get the ring down, then you're okay because there's, you know, there's fewer fireballs coming out at you. Slash Tech is actually very helpful when you battle these in general because you don't have to run up into its face because if you just have Stab, it pretty much will push you back every time it hits you. But when you have Slash, you can actually attack at an angle. Now you can see how many fireballs are coming out. I mean, it's very difficult to walk through it. Just really take your time through this, and again, this is where you're going to probably be punting potions left and right. And I did not have much luck in my first playthrough. I don't know how many potions I used getting through this place. All I know, I had to go back to the potion shop a few times. And so I kind of adapted this strategy with using the feather, and at least for me, it works really well, as you saw there. Because all the fireballs spammage, what the feather does, I can just jump over everything. So dodging becomes a lot easier. Yeah, nothing in that room. That really is just a dead end. There's a single mirror rope. Try to get rid of the garbage in this place first. Make my life a little easier. And now you only got a single mirror rope. It's a little easier to get through this room. Luckily, most of the rooms you battle them in are wide-spaced rooms. So you can pretty much try to just get onto the opposite end of the room to give yourself as much space to the flex stuff. But again, have fun with this 8x8 map. It may not take too long into the level, again, for you to wish that you had a better ring to make things easier for you. See, I probably would not have been able to dodge that if I turned away, because that's point blank. That's where the feather comes in. This gives me instant ability to dodge. It's not foolproof, but it's better than trying to walk away. Oh, you got these Stalfos. And I don't think you can stun them. I think you have to just damage them straight up. At least not the worst thing in this level, right? This is almost like giving you a breather. Just giving you the dongos. I mean, that's like nothing compared to what you just fought. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Got 2 of these dark nuts. Ideally, you want them just kind of bunched together. That's gonna be giving you your best shot to take them out without, too much trouble. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not really kidding here. Oh, guess what? Another patch of 3. Yeah, you may start cursing pretty soon. It's very hard to approach without sword beams either. So just kind of whittle away at it and use your slash tech to your advantage. I'm jumping so much right now because the feather is so helpful for evasion purposes. But otherwise I'd be cornered by this fireball spammage. Look at this. I mean, how could you avoid that one without jumping? See how useful slash is? Because I can attack kind of in a line, like a perpendicular angle. So I can approach more easily rather than going head up into it, which does not work well. Unless you're against a wall so it doesn't push you back. Okay, this room, I don't think there's much in it, actually. There's more stairs there. Actually, if you go down here, it's a dead end. And luckily, again, another white room, so it's not that hard to kind of maneuver around. Okay, so the up arrow. So you go down the other stairs you just made up here. And not much in this room, it's just a single dogger. It's kind of weird. You can push this all around. I don't think it does anything, though. So instead, use your flute to make those stairs appear. I don't even know how many rooms there are with mirror rooms you're gonna have to go through. The hardest part is trying not to get yourself cornered, because that's when even the feather may not be able to bail you out, actually. Just trying to keep some space for yourself so that you can jump away when you need to. And, you don't want to get in like 2 different directions, because the mirror robes like to do that a lot. They like to swipe at you from multiple angles, and you can't block 2 sides at once. You just have to tweak your position a little bit. Alright, you want to go down first. Yeah, just slash away in this room because there's nowhere to hide in this, unfortunately. Hopefully you will get enough refills to kind of offset losses. Alright, this next room. Hopefully you can get him at long enough distance so that you can actually block the fire. You might be confused at what this is. It doesn't really look like much at first, but this is actually a boss lock, unfortunately, and you're of course not going to get the boss key for a very long time. You're going to have to make a note of this position, of this thing. So instead, go left. And if you use your lens, you can actually see you can go down. Pick up another key. Now this is where it can get very tricky. It's very easy to overlook this. If you actually use your lens and look very carefully, you can see something glimmering in the right, just barely. And you can actually walk through this. That's like your only clue right there. That's like the only thing that's shining. The rest of this is all fake, blocks. Like you won't be able to identify anything. And this third key is the easy one to miss. At least you get a chance for refills. If you're a little short on health or magic, you want your chance to get some good supply of refills. You note all these refills dropping, so you should be able to be fully stocked by the time you get out of this room. Again, very easy to miss this third key, and you're gonna need to find it. The thing is, again, with the lens, it's very hard to see. You can barely catch a glimpse of it, so unless you actually start walking through blocks, you'll stumble into that. These guys are being annoying here. Unfortunately, these guys are probably going to respawn by the time you get back into these rooms. Good thing for health refills. Yeah, your fire booming actually serves you very well in this level. So do not hesitate to spam this thing. You don't want to get pincered by both mirror robes here, so just try to keep some space. It wouldn't be that big a deal if it didn't do that much damage. See, that's the problem when you get cornered. There's not much you can do there. They'll do that. They'll literally pile up on you. They just move so erratically. Okay, luckily I don't have to deal with them for a while. And seriously, you are wishing for a better ring. Yeah, I mean, that's not very helpful. Doesn't really give you that much information. Alright, so keep going left. Well, at least this is a little easier to get through. So you're gonna start using up your keys here. Okay, now luckily this room is not as bad because you have the doorway to spam from, so you can actually whittle these guys away from the doorway. And of course there's an item bubble, which really makes no difference since I have red whispering anyway. So I can safely whittle them away from the doorway. And with how fast they move, they pretty much move as fast as you do, I believe. So you can't even run or jump away. You're gonna have to just, tank through, essentially. And Superman they handle in this room. And this one, at least you can see. Yeah, you'd probably get stuck right here because if you missed that third key. Alright, if you come out of this passage... Oh, guess what? Another batch of 3. Getting tired of these yet? Gotta be getting sick and tired of battling these things at some point. Oh my gosh, look at these fireballs. Look at this. In a feather, I can barely dodge with jumping. Really just take your time through that. I mean, there's no rush. This is like just a gauntlet, basically. And you might want to get some energy back if you're a little weak, because look at this. Oh, man. Now you got 3 of these things to deal with. If you thought 2 was bad enough, you got 3. Luckily, they're right next. If they're a space from the wall, they can't warp. They can't teleport into the corner because when they teleport, it's 2 spaces. Yeah, see the one on the bottom was trying to basically pick me off. I already saw that coming. Well, I just jumped away. So you have to really keep an eye on your position so you don't get caught off guard there. And there's a chance for some refills for you. And if you need to stand in these little passageways and just wait for a bit for your energy to go up, and there's no shame in doing that. Because it doesn't take that long to get life back, at least. level 3 life ring. Okay, now this part actually is a little bit easier. Luckily, after you get past that obstacle course, this gets a little bit easier. Some simpler rooms for once. Now if you skip past that and go down here, hearts back there. You can note that bottom door doesn't open. And no, it's not a fake door, it's a real door. At least there's a good chance for some refills as well. Now this room, not very obvious what to do. But if you notice, it's kind of like the cracked floors, but none of these floors are cracking. So in this case, what you want to do is just start walking across every tile. Because normally these floors do crack. And if you walk across every single tile, you're going to find this one. And that's, I believe, the only cracked floor tile in this room. So that is going to take you past the closed door that you saw right above. That's kind of a clever way to do things. And you see some of these rooms, it's like a blessing here. Finding some easier room to go through. Some of these rooms are like nothing compared to what you went through already. I mean, seriously. Mirror robes, a bunch of patch of 3s already. And now you're getting some of this pretty much easier stuff to go through. Even a room full of blue wizards, this is nothing. Compared to what you had to go through already. Those are much easier rooms to go through. Oh, this room can be a pain in the butt. Oh boy. This room can be a real pain in the butt because you got 3 of these. Good luck. So unless you get them into a line, you're in big trouble. If you can get them all lined up, then you're in good shape, but if you can't do that, good luck. Because you can't even run away from them. Okay, I'm not really sure what the point of this room is. There's a bunch of bubbles and then I think that's a rupee bubble there. So, I'm not really sure about this. I'm not even taking chances, they're going with distance. You know, if you got distance weapons, you're going with them. Trying to empty out some of this room. I'm trying to let my life recover. This room, oh, this is a good room for recovery, actually. A bunch of bat robes, actually. So this is an excellent room for refills. So I'll probably just leave that there for now. And this one's just a single green dark nut. I don't know why there's only one in this room. That other room I went to had 3. Another chance to get some little bits of refills, but you got that room with all the 10 bat robes. I mean, that's just like refills ready for you. Okay, now I don't think I see a wind robe here, which is at least any little bit of mercy. You would almost be expecting a wind robe in this room. Imagine you get this far and you get hit by the wind robe and you're right back to the start. At least this room's easier now, it's just one mirror robe. There's your wind robe right there. At least it's only one on its own. You know, I actually might leave this thing here, actually. Now that I think about it, I wonder if that might be better just to leave it there. Oh, we'll just leave it alone for now. And here you got... I don't know if it's 2 or 3 of these. It's only 2. And don't worry about the boss key door there. Because you're gonna get the boss key right here. This room, I think, is every type of manhandler. You got super, a green, and then your regular old-fashioned blue one. I'm gonna try to get rid of that super manhandler. This isn't the hardest room, luckily. You can get in the doorway just enough, you can actually... should be pretty safe. This might take a little while. Try to get some hits on the back ones. Okay, there goes the super one. Actually, the green one's actually pretty easy to get. Because the boomerang can actually get and grab the hits for me. Okay, there goes the green one. So that's not the hardest thing in here. Oh, guess what? Another one. Another patch of 3. Have you had enough of these yet? And you can't even hide in the doorway because this thing can easily swipe into the doorway. You have to come out and battle this thing. It gets easier once there are fewer of these. Once you start, at least if you break out at least one of the rings, it gets easier. It's a lot easier to stall for time. Because you can't throw that many fireballs up because there aren't that many of the little Patras left. In this room, you have a four-headed fire Gluck and an invisible Superman handler. Thank goodness you can spam the doorway. I can just kind of take my time and just wait for an opening. I don't know how much of this Superman handle is left. I know I damaged some amount of it. Blocking a lot of my shots. It's hard because I can't even see where it is right now. And it's probably moving so fast even the lens wouldn't be able to track it well enough. I'm pretty sure I was missing one of the back pieces. And your reward for beating level 9 is not Zelda. Trollage. I'm taking a line from Super Mario there. And we're gonna have to find more levels to go through. Yeah, you wish. So you know where to use this magic book. But before we call this level done, there is one room there on the right we want to go into now that we have the boss key. I'm trying to figure out the fastest way back there, actually. Is it faster just to backtrack all the way? It actually might be quicker to take the wind rope here. Because I have to otherwise backtrack over half the level. So you know what? Here, just take me back to the beginning. Luckily that wind rope is by itself, so it's not a big deal. I guess the fact that there is one there in the first place. And now you want to actually pretty much go through the whole first bit of this level again. So there's going to be a little bit of backtracking you're going to have to do. Seriously, I've got a lot of money already. I mean, I've spent like all my money getting that red heart ring and red magic ring, and now I have like 2/3 of it back already. Now, an interesting thing, I think your boomerang can also deflect projectiles, so you can reflect the fireball there. But you have a mirror shield, so it's not a really useful effect. probably just leave one there. Unfortunately, I have to go through this room again. But this one is not the worst of it. Just have to keep tabs on that mirror robe. I mean, there's no short way back to that point. You pretty much have to do quite a bit of backtracking no matter what you do. But I guess if you needed potions, you can just go back to the, go back to the start and replenish potions. Now, luckily, a lot of these tougher enemies don't respawn. I'm trying to think it might have been faster to just walk back from the other point, but I honestly, it's probably gonna take the same amount of time each way. At least the green dark nuts don't respawn. Yeah, see, pretty much if you go this way, you're pretty much just going through empty rooms. So it's just some backtracking, but not difficult backtracking. Yeah, you gotta do quite a bit of work to get back to this spot. Especially if you got two mirror robes firing at you, that's very hard to walk away, because if there's like no space to dodge, I mean, you're stuck. So that's where jumping comes in handy, because you can, again, instantly get out of the way. Start spamming boomerang swords, whatever. If you get stuck in this room, you're kind of in a pickle. Actually, bombs work really well. Surprisingly, bombs work for this room, because you're not going to get caught trying to attack or anything. So you won't get hit by the explosion there. Because whereas if you use your sword, you're still vulnerable until you get your shield back up. But if you lay a bomb, it's going to have to explode first, so you have time to get your shield back up. Alright, so I can finally get through this thing. And you got a room with more green dark nuts, and luckily the door stays open, so I can just spam the doorway on this. Oh, and yeah, you never got an item in this dungeon. Well, you got the magic book, but you know, you usually think there's a kind of a secondary item, I suppose. So yeah, you needed the boss key to get to these, you know, to this room. Yeah, guess what it is? The red ring. And you're telling yourselves, like, I could have used this much earlier in this level. This is like just trollage here. It's like you're given there's an item here, you know, the red ring that would have really helped you in this level, but you can't get it until you basically beat the whole level. I mean, if you want trollage right there, that's pretty bad right there. You don't get the red ring until you beat this level, essentially. I mean, that was just trollage. The first trollage was like, you know, of course, Princess Zelda's, and here you just get a magic book instead, and then you get the red ring pretty much after you've beaten this place, and you pretty much are gonna need this thing if you don't want to get your butt kicked in the next portion of the game. Alright, so this part has run on long enough, so I'm gonna stop right here. I think if I restart it's gonna take me back to the beginning of this fortress. So I'll take a break right here, and next part we'll start exploring some more now that we have the magic book. Alright, see you guys later.